오늘은 걱정에 대해서 이야기해 보려고 합니다. 걱정을 시제로 표현하자면 미래형이 되겠죠. 미래의 어떤 상황을 부정적으로 생각하고 그 발생하지 않은 사건을 현재로 가지고 오는 것이 걱정입니다. 결국 벌어지지도 않은 일을 상상으로 만들어내서 두려움을 느끼는 것이 걱정인 것이죠. 이런 의문을 가지는 분들도 계실 거예요. 현재 겪고 있는 안 좋은 상황으로도 충분히 걱정을 할 수 있다고요. 하지만 그 걱정을 잘 분석해 보세요. 현재 겪고 있는 일 자체가 아닌 그 일로 또 이런 일이 생기겠지, 아님 이 일로 이렇게 될지도 몰라 라는 걱정을 하고 있을 거예요. 즉 현재 겪고 있는 힘든 상황을 걱정하고 있는 게 아닌 그 상황으로 벌어질 수 있는 또 다른 가까운 미래나 먼 미래의 상황을 걱정하는 거죠. 결국 걱정이란 항상 우리 머릿속에서 자동으로 일어나는 습관 같은 것입니다. 그렇다면 걱정의 본질은 이해했는데 그럼 어쩌라는 거죠? 걱정은 일어나지 않은 미래의 상상이니까 결국 벌어진 그 일의 해결책에 집중하는 거예요. 단순히 말해서 지금 자신이 벌어진 일에 할 수 있는 행동을 그냥 하는 거죠. 문제, 다음 걱정, 그리고 다음 어쩔 수 없이 두려움에 등 떠밀려서 행동하는 이 3단계의 프로세스가 아니고 문제, 그리고 현재 상황에서 내가 할 수 있는 액션들, 그리고 최선의 선택, 이 3단계 시스템으로 바꾸는 거예요. 걱정은 우리의 몸과 마음을 좀먹는 바이러스 같은 것입니다. 아무런 생산성이 없는 감정이죠. 걱정을 하고 싶은 사람은 이 세상에 아마 한 명도 없을 건데, 하지만 걱정이란 감정이 무엇인지 분석을 해본 사람도 많지 않을 거예요. 정리해서 말씀드리면 걱정은 벌어지지 않은 부정적 상상으로 우리가 느끼게 되는 두려움의 한 종류인 것입니다. 마지막으로 짤막한 만화 한 편 보실 텐데요. 이 만화를 보시면 아마 자기도 어떤 패턴으로 걱정을 하는지가 아주 쉽게 이해가 되실 거고요. 제가 오늘 말씀드린 내용도 더 쉽게 이해가 되실 거라고 생각합니다.
There was a man who was worried. He didn't have a job, so he was worried about his future. How would he buy food, and who would pay his rent and bills? So he applied for a job, but then became worried about what would happen if there was no response. What if he never found a job and became homeless? But the response came, and the man was preparing himself for a job interview. But then he began to worry about not being offered the job. What if he didn't do well in the interview and embarrassed himself? However, the interview went well and the man got the job. But very quickly, he began to worry again about what he would do if he did not like it. What if his days were filled with meaningless monotony and he became bitter and unhappy? And then, if he became really miserable, all of his friends might abandon him, because who would want to spend time with a grumpy person? And if everyone avoided contact with him, then he would have no opportunity to meet his future wife, and would be lonely till the end of his days. Well, then he thought he could always adopt a dog, and thereby gain a loyal friend who would love him forever. But then he started to worry again about what if the dog became violent and began destroying his apartment. Instead of making him happy, it would ruin the man's life. And if not that, what if the dog was noisy? The neighbors would complain. He may even get evicted. He would lose his apartment and become homeless. Suddenly, everything disappeared. The man woke up and found himself in his apartment. There had been no eviction, no damage to his apartment, no dog, and no job interview.
If it was just a dream, why was I so worried about everything? None of it was real, So why did I struggle so much? And why was I so afraid? And what if I hadn't woken up? I would still be worrying about all the things that didn't happen and don't exist. And what if I have the same dream again tonight? And it gets worse and worse, and I wake up sweaty and tired. And what if my lack of good sleep leads to health problems? I could lose my job. And then I wouldn't be able to afford medicine. And what if nobody could help me?
The man woke up again, safe and comfortable in his bed. There was no health problem, and he hadn't lost his job. Neither of his two dreams had been real. He was confused.
I was worried in a dream about being worried in a dream. How unfortunate. I could have had a good night's sleep instead of worrying about my non-existent problems. What if everyone's lives are spent worrying like this? The problems of a young man are not relevant when he is old. But as soon as worry appears, we give it so much importance. How can one get free from this unending mechanism of worry? What if one could be worried without even being conscious of it? And what if I too were worried all the time? Worried in the waking state and worried even in my dreams? And what if it gets worse and worse and I keep waking up sweaty and tired? And what if my lack of good sleep leads to health problems? I could lose my job. And then I wouldn't be able to afford medicine. And what if nobody could help me?
As I said before, there was a man who was worried.
And what if... And what if... I'm doing it myself! Oh! Oh, I can't believe it! Oh, I'd better get up and start doing stuff. Otherwise this worrying will have no end.
걱정은 계획이 없는 사람들에게 찾아온다고 합니다. 삶에 적절한 계획이 없는 그 자리에는 걱정만이 남게 되죠. 어떻게 계획하며 어떻게 실행할지를 아는 사람은 걱정이 없습니다. 그런 사람들에게는 오직 계획과 실행할 수단에 대한 아이디어들이 걱정의 자리를 내어주지 않을 것입니다. 오늘도 함께 해주셔서 감사합니다. 명상을 통해 스트레스를 줄이고 내면의 안정을 찾고 싶으신 기업 및 단체, 그 밖에 마인드풀니스와 웰빙을 위한 명상 수업에 관심이 있으신 분들은 마인드요기 네이버 이메일로 연락 부탁드립니다.